हेलो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, माई सेल्फ राजेश नंदा और आप सबका स्वागत है हर घर बनी पाठशाला में। हम फिजिक्स स्टडी कर रहे हैं। उससे पहले वही संदेश कि किसी भी प्रकार के संक्रमण से बचते रहें, हाथों को बार बार धोते रहें, हाथों को आँख, नाक, मुंह की तरफ ना ले जाएं और जब भी आप बाहर निकलें तो सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग का पालन करें, एक उचित दूरी बनाए रखें ताकि हम किसी भी संक्रमण से बच सकें। तो फिजिक्स में हम शुरू करते हैं इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स। और इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स में पहले हम कुछ प्रीवियसली डिस्कस्ड जो टॉपिक्स हैं उनका रिवीजन करेंगे। We will discuss the equipotential surface, property of equipotential surface and electric potential. And the study work of this module, we will discuss the electrostatic potential energy due to single point charge, and the potential energy due to group of charges, 2 charges, 3 charges, and we will generalize that for the n number of charges. Then we will discuss the potential energy of electric dipole placed in the uniform electric field. Then come to the revision work. A previous lesson we have discussed the in the previous topic we have discussed the equipotential surfaces. A surface at every point of which potential due to charge distribution is same, that is called the equipotential surface. And for a uniform electric field, this is given like this: equipotential surface will be plane, and for the spherical, for the point charge, it will be spherical. And we have discussed the properties of equipotential surfaces. No work is done in moving a test charge from one point to another on the equipotential surface. We have the 2 point on the equipotential surface. The potential at the 2 point will be same. Then no work will be done. W AB upon Q naught, that will be equal to 0. Means work done per unit charge will be equal to 0. That means the work done will be equal to 0. Second property we discussed is the electric field is always perpendicular to the element dl of the equipotential surface. Since no work is done on the equipotential surface, then this line integral of electric field between the 2 point will be equal to 0. That means this E dl cos theta will be equal to 0. E is not equal to 0, dl is not equal to 0. That means cos theta will be equal to 0. Cos theta will be equal to 0 only when the theta is equal to 90 degree. The next property we discussed is the equipotential surface indicate the region of strong or weak electric field. As the electric field that is defined as a negative potential gradient, E is equal to minus dV upon dr, or we can say that this dr will be equal to dV upon E. Since dV is constant on the equipotential surface, so this dr is directly proportional, inversely proportional to 1 upon E. E is strong, dr will be small, and vice versa. One of the important property of equipotential surface is that two equipotential surfaces cannot intersect. If two equipotential surfaces intersect, that at the point of intersection there will be two value of the electric potential, which is not possible. Okay. Electric potential is a scalar quantity, whereas the potential gradient, that is a vector quantity. And the negative sign of the potential gradient shows that rate of change of potential with distance is always against the electric field intensity. Then we come to the electric potential. Electric potential is a physical quantity which determines the flow of a charge from one body to another. It is a physical quantity that determines the degree of electrification of a body. Electric potential at a point in electric field, that is defined as work done in moving a unit positive charge from infinity to that point against the electrostatic force irrespective of the path followed. Or WAV, work done, will be equal to line integral of electric field between the point A and B, that give you the work per unit charge will be equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 upon RV minus 1 upon RA. According to definition, this RA is infinity and RB is equal to R. Then work done per unit charge between infinity to the given point B will be equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught into R, that is equal to potential, or potential will be equal to work between the infinity to the given point divided by charge. And SI unit of electric potential, that is volt or joule per coulomb or Newton per coulomb. Electric potential at a point is 1 volt if 1 joule of work is done in moving 1 coulomb of charge from infinity to that point in the electric field. Okay, then we come to our topic, that is electrostatic potential energy. Before discussing the electrostatic potential energy, we must remind the potential energy. In the +1 class, we have discussed about the potential energy. Potential energy is energy held by object because of its position relative to other object. It is the position phenomena. Stress within the itself, its electric charges or other factors are responsible for it. Common types of potential energy include the gravitational potential energy of object that depend upon the mass and distance from the center of mass of other object, the elastic potential energy of extended spring, and the electric potential energy of electric charge in the electric field. We will discuss this electric potential energy of electric charge in the electric field. Then we must talk about the work done, which is related to the potential energy. Potential energy is closely linked with the forces. If work done by force on a body that move from A to B, that does not depend upon the path of these points. The force by which the work done does not depend upon the path, that is conservative force. Then the work of this force measured from A assign a scalar value to every other point in the space and define a scalar potential field. In this case, the force can be defined as a negative of the vector gradient of the potential field. Then we come to the potential energy due to a single point charge. Let us take a charge Q positive, and at a position P we take a test charge Q naught, that is positive. Then force on this charge will be Q naught E, directed in this direction on the axis. We take another point Q, where we have to move this charge through small displacement. Force experienced here at P will be equal to positive Q naught E. Then force is radially outward. It will accelerate the charge. To prevent this acceleration, equal amount of opposite force, to prevent the acceleration, equal and opposite force minus Q naught E has to be applied on the test charge. Then work done to move the charge from P to Q through small displacement of a dx against this Q naught E will be equal to F into dx. F is equal to Q naught E into dx, or dW will be equal to Q naught E dx cos 180 degree, because displacement is in this direction, force is in this opposite direction, that give you the minus q naught e dx. So work done, small work done will be equal to q naught divided by 4 pi epsilon naught x square in whole multiplied by dx, because here the value of E is equal to q upon 4 pi epsilon naught x square. Then the total work done to move from A to B or infinity to the point B will be equal to integration of this dw between the infinity to the r is equal to q naught divided by 4 pi epsilon naught x square whole multiplied by dx, integration from infinity to r, and that will be stored, this work done will be stored in form of the potential energy. Work done is equal to potential energy. So this is equal to, work done is equal to q naught by 4 pi epsilon naught r. This will be equal to potential energy U, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q naught divided by r. As we know that the q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r, that is equal to potential. So this energy, potential energy will be equal to work will be equal to q into v. Here this value q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r, that is equal to v. So work will be equal to energy will be equal to q v. Then we can define the electrostatic potential energy. Work done in moving a charge q from infinity to a point in the field against the electric force is called electrostatic potential energy. Work done in moving a charge q from infinity to a point in the electric field against the electric force, that is called electrostatic potential energy. Work is equal to qv is equal to energy. W is equal to qv is equal to electrostatic potential energy. Then we come to the electrostatic potential energy of two charges. Let us take the coordinate frame of reference x, y, z, O with the center. First we bring the charge from infinity to the A in this frame of reference. q1 is brought from infinity to A, no work is done because there is no other charge against which we have to do work. Then bring another charge B at B having charge q2. Work is to be done against the electrostatic force of this field of this q1. q1 is at position of r1, q2 is at position of r2, and the position vector between A and B will be equal to r2 minus r1. Then the work will be equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 divided by r2 minus r1 vector whole magnitude in the vector form. This will be stored in form of the potential energy, or you can write it in the scalar form. The energy will be equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by q1 q2 divided by r12. Then the electrostatic potential energy of a three charges system. Again we take the frame of reference x, y, z having first we brought the charge q1 at A, no work is done. Then we bring this charge q2 from infinity to the B, work is done against the electrostatic force experienced because of the q1. Then bring the another charge at C, q3 is brought from infinity to C. Then to bring this charge at C, work is done against that force due to the q1 and due to the q2. Q1 have the coordinate R1, Q2 have the coordinate R2, and Q3 have the, sorry, R1 is the position vector of Q1, R2 is position vector of Q2, and R3 is a position vector of the Q3. Okay. Then work done to bring this Q2 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q1 Q2 divided by R2 minus R1, this value. And then to bring this Q3, work done against this force experienced due to the this in the field of this Q2, when this Q3 is brought, then the work done will be equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q1 Q3 divided by R3 minus R1, this value R3 minus R1. And again the work is done against the electrostatic force experienced due to this Q2 by this Q3, that will be equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q2 Q3 divided by R3 minus R2, this value R3 minus R2. Total work done will be equal to the potential energy, or potential energy will be equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 divided by R12 plus Q1 Q3 divided by R13 plus Q2 Q3 divided by R32. We have taken this 1 upon 4 pi common. So this is the total amount of potential energy because of the 3 charge system. Then we can generalize this equation to the n number of charges. Instead of having the 3 charges, we can have the n number of charges. They are simply brought to the field of other. Then electrostatic potential energy of n charges system will be generalized in form U is equal to 1 upon 4 pi 1 upon 2 into 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught summation I is equal to 1 to n summation I is equal j is equal to 1 to n, where I is not equal to j, multiplied by I j qi qj divided by rj minus ri vector whole magnitude. This value is a generalized form for the electrostatic potential energy of n number of charges. Here we have divided the whole equation by the 1 by 2 or multiplied by the 1 by 2. We have divided by 2, or we can say that it is this equation is multiplied by 1 by 2. Why? Because the value can be counted twice, as like the 1 2 2 1 2 3 3 2 etc. To avoid this, we have multiplied the whole equation by 1 by 2. Okay. Then we come to the work done on electric dipole in uniform electric field, or the potential energy of electric dipole in uniform electric field. Work is equal to potential energy. To calculate the work done on electric dipole in uniform electric field, we have to calculate the torque on an electric dipole in an uniform electric field. Torque, that is turning effect of the force, +1 क्लास में हमने ये टर्म यूज की थी. Then the torque on electric dipole in uniform electric field. Let us take a electric dipole having charge Q negative and Q positive, having the distance of separation is 2L, placed in uniform electric field E. Then force experienced by Q positive will be equal to QE, and by the Q negative, that is also the QE, but direction is the force experienced by Q positive is along the electric field, and Q negative, that is opposite to the electric field. Forces of magnitude PE act opposite to each other. This is along this direction, and force on this Q negative is opposite. Hence, net force acting on dipole due to external uniform electric field, that is zero, equal and opposite, but their line of action is a difference. There is no translational motion of the dipole. However, the force along the different line of action and constitute a couple, and hence this dipole rotate, experiences the torque. Then torque experienced by this dipole will be equal to electric force multiplied by perpendicular distance, and torque T will be equal to QE into 2L sine theta. QE is a force and this 2L sine theta is a perpendicular distance. As we know, this Q into 2L, that is equal to dipole moment P. So torque will be equal to PE sine theta. In vector form, torque tau T will be equal to P vector multiplied by E vector. Direction of the torque is perpendicular and into the plane containing the P vector and E vector. SI unit of torque is Newton meter. We take the special cases. Case 1, when theta is equal to 0 degree, sine 0 is equal to 0, then torque tau will be equal to 0. Second case, when theta is equal to 90 degree, sine 90 is equal to 1. So torque will be equal to PE, that is maximum value. In case the theta is equal to 180 degree, sine 180 again that is equal to 0, then torque will be equal to 0. Okay. Then we come to the work done on an electric dipole in uniform electric field. That work will be equal to potential energy. When electric dipole is placed in uniform electric field, it experiences the torque. अभी हमने ये बात की, and tend to align it in such a way to attain the maximum equilibrium. Again, we have taken the electric dipole having the dipole length 2L, placed in uniform electric field. It experiences the force Q positive experiences QE and opposite force by the Q negative in opposite direction. Let this dipole is moved through the small displacement, angular displacement d theta. Then work will be equal to torque multiplied by the angular displacement d theta. dW will be equal to T into d theta. T, that is equal to PE sine theta multiplied by d theta. Okay, then dW, work done, will be equal to PE sine theta d theta. Then to rotate this dipole from theta 1 to theta 2, total work done to rotate from theta 1 to theta 2, this equation is integrated. Integration from theta 1 to theta 2, PE sine theta d theta. This work done, W will be equal to PE cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. After integration, this come out to be equal to, work done will be equal to PE cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. If potential energy is arbitrarily taken 0 when dipole is at 90 degree, we take this theta 1 is equal to 0 and theta 2 is equal to theta. Then the potential energy in rotating the dipole inclined at an angle theta will be equal to, potential energy will be equal to minus PE cos theta. Here we have taken this cos theta 1 is equal to 90 and theta 2 is equal to theta, then work will be equal to potential energy, that will be equal to minus PE cos theta. Potential energy can be taken zero arbitrary at any position of the dipole. Okay, then we take some special cases. Case 1, when theta is equal to 0 degree, then what will be the value of this potential energy? When theta is equal to 0, cos 0 is equal to 1. Then potential energy will be equal to minus PE, that is a stable equilibrium. Okay. When theta is equal to 90 degree, then potential energy cos 90 is equal to 0. Then potential energy will be equal to 0. Third case, when this theta is taken equal to 180 degree, then potential energy cos 180, that is equal to minus 1 minus that give the potential energy is equal to U is equal to PE, that is unstable equilibrium. Okay. Then we take an example numerical problem. In a nuclear fission, a nucleus split roughly in half. Question 1 is that what is the potential 2 multiplied by 10 to the power of 4 meter from the fragment that has 46 proton in it? Second question is, what is potential energy in MeV of a similarly charged fragment at this distance? Understand this question that in a nuclear fission, nuclear split, okay, what is potential energy? First we have to calculate the potential energy. 2 into 10 to the power 4 meter, distance given is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 14 meter, sorry, from the fragment, and has 46 proton charge is given here. 46 proton is given here. Then we have to calculate the potential. We can make use of the formula of the charge at a distance r. Okay, potential is given as a k multiplied by charge upon the distance. Here distance given is a 2 into 10 to the power of minus 14 meter. R is given is a 2 into 10 to the power of minus 14. Charge, calculate the value of the charge here. 46 proton, charge on single proton, that is a 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 positive, and numbers is given is 46. So total charge, then the total charge will be equal to 46E will be equal to 46 multiplied by 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. Substitute this value in this equation. V is equal to KQ by R. K, the constant, have the value 9 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton meter square per coulomb square. Then V will be equal to 9 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton meter square per coulomb square, whole multiplied by charge 46 into 46 into 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb divided by distance. Distance is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 14 meter. After calculation, the total potential come out to be equal to 3.33 into 10 to the power of 6 volt. First part of this question is solved here, total potential. Second part is, what is potential energy in MeV? We have to calculate the potential energy in MeV. Potential energy is equal to QV. W, as we know that work is equal to potential energy, is equal to QV. So potential energy at the given point, any point P, that is equal to Q into V. V we have calculated here, Q already calculated here. Then potential energy will be equal to QV. Q is 46 multiplied by 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. होल मल्टीप्लाइड बाय v, v की वैल्यू है आपके पास 3.31 into 10 raising power of 6 volt. Okay. Now the question is that it is asked in the MeV. We know that in 1 electron volt we have the value of 1 electron volt, that is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joule. Then the in MeV this will be equal to 10 to the power of 6 electron volt. So potential energy at P will be equal to 46 multiplied by 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 multiplied by 3.31 into 10 to the power of 6 joule whole divided by, to calculate this in the MeV, we divide whole by the 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joule per electron volt. So this, the value of potential energy come out to be equal to 152 multiplied by 6 10 raised to the power of 6, 152 multiplied by 10 raised to the power of 6 electron volt, that is equal to 152 MeV. 1 MeV is equal to 10 to the power of 6 electron volt. Okay, then this is equal to 152 MeV. Okay. Then we summarize the whole lesson. We have calculated the potential energy due to single point charge. For that we have taken the charge Q positive, another charge, test charge Q negative, Q naught at P. Displace this charge through small distance dx from P to Q. The work is done. As this charge Q naught experiences a radial outward force Q naught E, equal amount opposite force is to be applied. So work done. To move the Q naught from P to Q through dx against the Q naught E force, that is equal to dW, is equal to F dx, is equal to Q naught E into dx, or dW will be equal to minus Q naught E into dx. That give the value of work done will be equal to minus Q naught upon 4 pi epsilon naught x square whole multiplied by dx, as the value of E, that is equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught x square. So work done, to move from infinity to the given value R, from A to B or infinity to R, the whole is integrated by integration from infinity to R, Q naught divided by 4 pi epsilon naught x square whole multiplied by dx. That give the value Q naught whole divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R. This work done will be equal to potential energy. U will be equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught whole multiplied by Q naught divided by R. As we know that potential is given by Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught R, then this potential energy will be equal to, work will be equal to QV. Then electrostatic potential energy. Work done in moving a charge Q from infinity to a point in the field against the electrostatic force, that is called electrostatic potential energy. That is equal to work is equal to QV. This work is equal to potential energy. Then we have calculated the electrostatic potential energy of two charges. We have taken the two charges. First we bring this charge Q1 to A, then bring this charge Q to the field of this A. The work done will be stored in form of the energy, that will be equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught whole multiplied by Q1 Q2 divided by R2 vector minus R1 vector whole magnitude. Or simply this will have the value 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught whole multiplied by Q1 Q2 whole divided by R12. Then we calculated the electrostatic potential energy of a three charges system. We have taken the three coordinate axis, then bring the charge Q1 to A, no work is done. Then bring the charge to B, work is done against the force of this Q1. Then bring this Q3 at the C, work is done as against the field of this Q1 and against the field of this Q2. That will be stored in form of the energy 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 whole divided by R2 minus R1 vector whole magnitude plus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q3 whole divided by R3 minus R1 vector whole magnitude plus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 Q3 whole divided by R3 minus R2 vector whole magnitude. Or simply the we take the magnitude in the magnitude term, we take the common as a 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught whole multiplied by Q1 Q2 upon R12 plus Q1 Q3 upon R31 plus Q2 Q3 whole divided this divided by R32. This is the potential energy of a 3 charge system. Then we generalize the electrostatic potential energy of a n charge system, that is given by 1 upon 2 whole multiplied by 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught summation I is equal to 1 to n summation j is equal to 1 to n, where I is not equal to j multiplied by qi qj whole divided by rj vector minus ri vector whole magnitude. This factor 1 upon 2 has been put, since in this equation each pair has been counted twice. Then work done on an electric dipole in uniform electric field. When an electric dipole is placed in uniform electric field, it experiences torque and tend to align in such a way to attain the maximum equilibrium. We have taken the dipole placed in uniform electric field. Then the work done to rotate the dipole through small angular displacement d theta will be equal to torque into d theta, that is equal to Pe sin theta d theta, because torque tau is equal to Pe sin theta. And to rotate this dipole from theta 1 to theta 2, we integrate this equation. W will be equal to integration from theta 1 to theta 2 Pe sin theta d theta. After calculation, W will be equal to Pe cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. We taken that the value that this cos theta 1 is equal to 90 degree, theta is 1 is equal to 90 degree and theta 2 is equal to theta. Then this equation come out to be equal to Pe minus Pe cos theta. This work done will be stored in form of the potential energy. Potential energy will be equal to minus Pe cos theta 2. Okay. Then we have taken the special cases that when theta is equal to 0 degree, then potential energy will be equal to minus Pe, that is stable equilibrium. And when theta is taken equal to 90 degree and when the theta is taken 180 degree, that is potential energy will be equal to Pe, that is unstable equilibrium. That's it. Then in the next study, we have a plan to practice some numerical problem based upon the electric potential. I hope that all of you are enjoying your study. Best wishes and have a nice day.